All right. Welcome back to Top 3 and 3. This will be episode number 3 in Top 3 and 3. Yeah, a legendary episode here. So, as always, we got a spicy week for you. So, got a few different ways we're taking this one. As always, we try to include all sports in our segment, and we're open to everything. So, we got a few things we're going to talk about, some spicier than others. And as always, at the end, we'll have our stat of the week and the sleeper story as well. So, and as always, we got Big Sock here, breaking it down for us. Appreciate you taking the time, my brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And we're going to go ahead and dive right into the first one, unless you got anything to add, Sock.
Let's get it.
That's right. I like it. All right, we're going to dive right into the first one. Story number 1 of the week. We're going to give you a little rundown here as usual. Then we're going to start the timer, our 3-minute timer, to kind of do our back and forth talking, and we're diving into the next and so on. So here we go. Story 1. NBA gambling, poker cases, Rozier, Billups, and others. 2 separate federal cases hit this week. In one, Terry Rozier is accused of sharing non-public injury availability info that bettors use for props and spreads. In another, Chauncey Billups is charged in a ring that allegedly rigged illegal high-stakes poker games with tech. Damian Jones is named in both alongside other alleged associates. Investigations are ongoing, all allegations at this point. So we're obviously pretty brief. That's pretty vague. We're just going to dive into it. And we'll go ahead and start the timer here, my man. And we are starting the timer as we speak. Right. What you got, Sock?
So I seen some of the stuff that Chauncey Billups was. I seen like some of the equipment that he was using. I seen the glasses.
Okay.
Video of that, and how it could see through the cards, and like there were certain marks to mark what the card was.
Interesting.
So it was like, it was pretty crazy. And there was a couple other things. I'm not entirely sure what other tech they had. I think there was something about the tables.
Yeah.
You could there was some reflection or something.
Yep, I did hear that. And obviously, I think the card shuffling deck, like the decks that they have with shuffle. I heard there was something with that too as well. The shuffling of it.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. That stuff's still going on,
Yeah, for sure, dude. I mean, especially at that level. I mean, obviously, as we all know, I love poker, but the truth is, like, obviously, if you have a home game, you can obviously assume that something's going to might be rigged towards somebody if they're running it. That's different. I mean, that's to be assumed, but to be kind of like an event, like, hey, people come pay and play, and with Chauncey Billups, and like kind of like the way that they were setting it up is just crazy. Now, like you said, you expect it from like an in-house thing, or like if you're going somewhere to play under the radar, or like a place that that's not too great. You know what I mean? I mean, you kind of know what you're getting into, probably. So no, the way they were advertising obviously was pretty pretty legit. I mean, clearly,
it was supposed to be a legitimate game.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So,
and then the Terry Rozier stuff. I mean,
Dad even talked. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, because Dad even called me about that. We were talking about that and like just bringing up the betting aspect of it. He was saying that's so messed up. As in you could just basically call a few friends. He's like he always brings up the arguments. I think everybody thinks like why would you bet on like props like that? He's like, if you're putting that kind of money on something like that, that's going to be a red flag automatically. I was like, people got to be smarter about what they're doing. You're putting that much kind of money on one thing. I mean, it's just not many people can do that. I mean, it's obviously going to be somebody's going to look into that. You know what I mean? So it's great point. It's just like, why wouldn't you do it a little smarter? And you put that lump sum in there. It's like, if you played a little smarter, I'm not saying, I don't give anybody advice. This is terrible. I don't give anybody advice, but it doesn't make any sense why it's like, you already know you're going to get caught at that point. If you're putting $100,000, like only a certain amount of people can do that. And how many people are putting in Terry Rozier props? No offense. You know what I mean? Not many. Not many.
Yeah,
so,
many.
I mean.
So, I got to go quick. I can see the timer right now.
Yeah, go ahead.
But, the Terry Rozier thing, I mean, it's kind of just, you can go back and look at his game film and you see the specific games that, where it was obvious that he was bet on because he would miss easy shots. He would turn the ball over in stupid situations.
Absolutely.
And then he would leave the game after 4 minutes with a non-contact injury or something.
Yep. No, it's sad, man.
Real quick, got to talk about Gilbert Arenas because he is the whole reason that this has blown up because he got caught up in some shit that wasn't his fault in some houses that he was renting out for poker games.
No, fair enough. No, respect. No. Yeah, you got to do what you got to do, man. I know that's a weird, crazy ordeal. Crazy ordeal there. That's a wild one. Obviously, that's ongoing. I'm sure that probably will pop up again on the top 3 and 3. Honestly, we might carry that again in next week. So we'll depend on how that escalates and outfolds. We'll definitely keep that one on the radar.
We'll definitely get some updates.
Yeah,
on that.
we'll definitely keep that one on the radar. Anyway, diving into story 2. This one's kind of uplifting here. This one's a wild one. Western Carolina QB Taron Dickens rewrites the book. This guy has been just cooking. We're going to give you a few of his games here of highlights. This guy's been cooking. All right, we'll shout him out. I don't think many people are talking about him. 46 straight completions at one point in a game, okay? Finishing that game 43 of 56 for 378 yards and 3 tutties. That's an all-division NCAA record for consecutive completions. 46 completions. Nutty.
What was his final stats?
53 of 56 for 378 and 3 tutties.
Yeah.
And then he stacked it out on top of a monster week the week before. 508 touchdowns. 508 touchdowns. Yeah, that'd be crazy. 582 yards and 6 touchdowns. The formula, tempo, quick game, RPO rhythm, catch and throw, let the skill guys cook. Season line about 2,000 yards, 22 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Clean, efficient, and on time. All right, so shout out Taron Dickens. We're going to go ahead and start the timer here. All right, I'm starting the timer.
So what school is he at again?
It is Western Carolina.
Western Carolina. What's their competition?
So they obviously he is in. So that would be a completely different. He's on the Delaware underneath one. Not what Delaware was in before. If that makes sense.
Okay.
Like the one underneath. With not the one that they're in now, but the one underneath.
I mean,
there's still one, but they're not. Yeah.
He's not getting the best competition.
Correct.
But I mean, shout out. He's playing great.
Yeah.
I mean, that's definitely impressive. 53 or 56.
Yeah, 46 straight completions regardless is impressive, man. I mean, that's not many people can do that.
Hell no. That's insane.
That's impressive.
Yeah. And then 500 yards, 6 touchdowns the week before. I mean,
only throw 1 pick total yet so far.
Yeah. What is he? 22 touchdowns, 2 interceptions on the year.
1 pick. Yeah, 22 1 pick.
Yeah.
And the one game he had was 6 tutties and 1 pick.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta give him props.
Yeah,
for that.
that's
He's definitely
insane.
Balling,
That's insane, man.
no matter the competition.
Yeah, I gotta give credit to him because I don't think people. Obviously, there's some people with some crazy stats in lower colleges, but that consistency is crazy. You don't see usually like you have like up and down games like that, and you see them lighten it up for 2 games and they're having a little fall. But that is like that's pretty nutty. I gotta say, like as a scout, that's. Like I'd be calling him to transfer next year. I can tell you that.
That's what I was going to
say.
He's
about to get some money.
Is he?
I believe he's a sophomore.
Sophomore,
I can check, but
I'm sure big schools. I'm
sophomore.
sure there's some big schools watching him, and with how the NIL is and the league or in the college football now, I mean, you could definitely see somebody trying to make a transfer move for him.
No, I agree. Completely agree. So I don't know. Like I said, I'm trying to figure out what year he's in right now. So I'm trying to figure out because I do want to know that. He is in Taron Dickens. I thought, of course, no wonder I typed in Tanner Dickens.
Oh yes, big Tanner Dickens, his brother.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, he's cooking.
Yes.
He is. Okay, here it is. Perfect. He's a sophomore. I was correct. Okay, I just want to make sure I didn't tell people the wrong thing.
Yeah,
perfect. Yeah. Yeah, he's definitely still got years.
Yeah, he's got at least 1 year left.
Yeah.
Of eligibility before he could possibly,
go if he wanted to.
Draft.
But he definitely want to upgrade the competition and play from a higher level.
Sure.
So I think it'd be smart. Yeah, sure. Like you said, I think he's gonna make some money for sure. Playing like that, somebody's gonna give him something good.
Yeah, there's some school out there who's gonna lose their QB, and they're gonna need something.
Man, sorry for that truck coming by. Good Lord, that was ridiculous.
Yes.
Jesus. Anyway, yeah.
Diesel.
Yes. But so we'll see where he goes. Like I said, shout out him. If he keeps balling like that, I'm excited to see where he goes next year because I bet he'll be playing for some pretty good team. So I think he'll be on TV a little more next year. So that'll we'll be keeping up with him for sure. So shout out Taron Dickens. Be looking out for him as the timer expires. Taron Dickens, Western Carolina. Make sure you pick him up. Hey, if your school needs a QB, go get him. Story number 3. We're going to go baseball here because they're in the World Series, all right? World Series spark. First ever pinch hit slam. Toronto's Addison Barger came off the bench and crushed a pinch hit grand slam. The first ever in a World Series to blow open a 9-run sixth and lock up an 11-4 Game 1 win over the Dodgers. Total momentum swing. Rogers center shook. Feeds exploded, and Barger went from the role player to October and a headliner in one swing. So we're going to go ahead and talk about that because we don't talk about baseball much. We're going to start the timer, my man. All right.
So as you know, I'm not a big baseball guy.
Absolutely.
But did that say a 9-run swing?
Yes.
So they were down
9-run. They had 9-run. Blow open a 9-run 6, like 6 inning. I'm assuming.
So they were down
6 inning.
4-2 at that point.
Yeah, I'm assuming. I don't know. I didn't see the scoreboard like up to that point.
Okay.
But they had, regardless, they had 9 runs in the 6th inning themselves, whatever the score was. So that's ridiculous.
I mean, yeah, that's definitely impressive.
Yeah, insane. And
they sealed it off with a.
Yeah, Taron came out the bench and he pinch hit grand slam. He was just a pinch hitter and came in and hit a grand slam. That's just gas, man. Yeah. That's gas. That's insane. And honestly, because people always talk about the Dodgers are loaded, man. And Blue Jays. I don't really watch baseball too much, but the main thing that I hear about the Blue Jays is that they have some stars. They have a few guys that are really cooking. Don't get me wrong, but they really, from what I've heard, are just get on base, just good at fundamentals, just get it done. They don't really have any star power like that. They just completely just get it done. They all get on base and they're all nasty. I mean, just in their own right. And then you got the Dodgers, which got all the the Showtime, basically Lakers over there. You got Ohtani, you got Mookie Betts, you got Freddie Freeman.
Yeah,
I mean,
all the big names.
Yeah, they got all the firepower.
Yeah.
So I respect the Blue Jays because I think they haven't been in the. They haven't been there in, I think it's 20-some years since they got even in the postseason. It's been something like that.
That's insane. But I mean, sometimes that's just what you need. You just need the fundamentals. You don't need star power. You just need to be good at what you're supposed to do. Be good at your job.
Yeah.
And, that'll get it done.
Yeah. So it's been 32 years since they've won the World Series. 32 years. Blue Jays.
Oh wow, 32 years.
Yeah, 32 years.
That's absolutely insane.
Yeah, so that's
that was only game 1 though.
Yeah, that was just game 1. But
hey, just shout out
the Blue Jays. As we're recording this, but yeah. Shout out the Blue Jays. Hopefully they still cook because Dodgers obviously they've won enough in my opinion. Hopefully I'm obviously on the Blue Jays train. I'm hoping they pull it out. I would rather see Toronto win it than the Dodgers. Yeah. Personally, I have nothing against the Dodgers. I just think they're kind of like viewed now as like the Patriots of base. They're just like the.
Is that how bad it is? Because I feel like when we were younger, it was the Yankees.
I wouldn't say I mean, they've definitely been that way for a little bit, but they still don't always win it. Like last year, they won it, but they've kind of they've come close. Besides last year, they should have won it more than they have. But I mean, they're just like the mean evil guy, because they just got everybody, and everybody's like, oh my god,
they just got all the money, and they're just pulling everybody in.
Yes, correct. And it's just kind of hard to compete when you got. That many people on your roster like they do, man. It's difficult. Yeah. But baseball's a whole different discussion when it comes to salary cap and stuff.
The salary is
insane. It's really weird. They got a whole different cap and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just all right. That was number 3. So we're gonna dive into the stat of the week as we always do. So our stat of the week here. Throwback workhorse. This actually goes off of the Dodgers game here. I thought this was an interesting stat to bring up because I thought this was pretty interesting. So I can't not say, I'm not going to butcher his name, so I'm just going to say what I can say here, okay? Yoshi Yamamoto spun the first World Series complete game since 2015 and his second straight postseason complete game. 8 strikeouts, and he retired the last 20 hitters. Ice cold. That's great. Retired the last 20, and he pitched the whole thing. That's disgusting.
That's nasty.
That is pretty impressive, I must say. Shout out Yoshi Yamamoto.
Was he for the Blue Jays?
No.
No?
I don't believe so. I believe he was the Dodgers. I think this was I think this was the next game, Snoop. Yeah, they got me down. Yeah, you got me confused. I am almost certain though.
So I was gonna say if he.
Yeah, it's the Dodgers. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. He was the last game, most recent game. So, as the update is now, it's 1-1.
Okay. Okay.
There you go, Snoop. There you go, brother. If that gives you any context, and then we also have, as always, we have our sleeper story. All right. We always try to give people a little update here. So our under the radar, I'm going to bring this up because they got a lot of hate for a long time. They've finally been building, man. So let's bring them up. Vanderbilt in rare air. Vanderbilt climbs to number 9 in the AP Top 25, their highest ranking since 1937. Behind a stingy defensive and timely offense, at 7-1, they've earned real visibility next week. The rise isn't a poll quirk, it's progress. But shout out Vanderbilt because they were always like the murked on team in the SEC, man. They always got killed for a long time. And the fact they're 7-1 and the number 9 in the nation is impressive. Shout them out, man. They really turned that place around. So.
Yeah, that's fire.
Because they're another school that I bring up with like Notre Dame and stuff. Because they're a really, people don't realize Vanderbilt's a very, very good academic school. Like, it's hard to get in, you know what I mean? Like, so they kind of struggle because they're a big law school.
Yeah, so they struggle.
So they struggle to get people that can meet their standards. You know, same as like Stanford and some of them big schools like that kind of struggle to get them 5 stars that don't have the best grades. So shout them out too, because that's I know that's not easy as Notre Dame fans. I know we struggled with that for years. We haven't been able to get them big guys just because of a lot of academic reasons. So shout them out for having to deal with that and still cooking. So and not having a team that really had much going for them lately. So shout out Vanderbilt. But so that's our sleeper under the radar. Shout out Vanderbilt. See what they do. So if they get in and Notre Dame's on it, I'll tell you what, I'll be rooting for Vanderbilt. No problem. Big Si, appreciate you as always. You got anything you want to add to it, my man?
Not too much. We gotta do our predictions.
No, prediction, you're right. I'm sorry. Thank you for keeping me on track. Yes, so as of right now, we were watching this game live. Last we watched it was pretty close, so we don't know who won.
It is now 29-19.
Who's winning?
Packers.
Okay, how much time's left?
8:56.
Okay, well there you go. So it might be decided. So as of right now, Josh, we're gonna send that to him to update it. If somehow our Steelers come back and we're updated once this comes out, and Josh will give him the win. But as of right now, we're sitting at Packers are probably going to win, so I'll be up 1-0. Yeah. Next game we have decided on for next week that we're picking on. That when this comes out Friday, it'll be our Sunday. Coming for the game will be Sunday, but this is coming out Friday. The game we're picking on is going to be Falcons and Patriots, right?
Yep.
So I'll let you go ahead and go first because you picked that one.
I think I picked first last time too.
Did you? All right, well I'll switch it up.
All right. You go ahead.
I'm a big Vrabel guy and believer in Drake May, so I'm going to go with Patriots.
Okay. That's a good call. It's probably right, if we're being honest. Drake May is pretty good.
He's been cooking.
I think the Falcons are going to get some Super Bowl revenge.
Okay, damn right. No, that's a good take. That's a good take. And they got our boy Xavier Watts out there.
Yeah, they do.
They got Xavier.
They're going to get a fat 28-3 comeback.
Yeah, we can hope. Yeah, we'll see. Let's hope it's a good game. Let's hope we picked a good one. So we'll see. And we'll update that score if it's different. But as of right now, we're sitting at 1-0, and we'll see what happens next week. But as always, thank you, Sock. We'll see how our predictions hold up. And this is the Top 3 and 3, Episode 3. As always, spread love. Let's try to make this world a little better place. That's all we can do. And try to do our part and spread kindness, spread forgiveness, spread love, and just do our part in making this world a little better place for all of us. And as always, this is the Top 3 and 3. Signing off.